retarded numbskull come in the house and assaulting me, searching my apartment again. He that talking all these things and he doing these things. He don't know that a person brain should not be functioning like that. People should not be doing things like that. They're using drugs. He has a mental problem, and they're coming in my house and raping me, just assaulting and sleeping. He coming inside my house, he throwing acid on my foot. Should somebody throw acid on somebody's foot? Somebody who never did you anything. You're coming into the apartment. They're not outside on the street hanging out. You coming into the apartment to assault them and take up things from them that does not belongs to you. He has mental illness all the time and he don't realize that he brain scatter all over the place. He talking and he doing these things and he don't know that your brains don't function with drugs. Your brains make to function like that. You don't gotta use drugs or put drugs on somebody for to do something. They're supposed to come out to their own free will if they want to be friends with you or they want to do something. And he talking all these things proudly. This time he don't know so that he brain's malfunctioning. He has a disability. All the time he doing it. He come inside my apartment. I came inside there this morning. Had nothing to do with him, don't know him. Still until now for years. Don't know he on a personal level want anything to do with him. He come inside my apartment, climb in, and come inside and assault me, throwing chemicals on me and narcotics putting it on me while I sleeping. He see me outside and he hear me when I pass and he's outside too, outside driving up and down. He don't stop and come out and say, see me walking. Hi, I want this from you. I want that. He just come inside the house retarded. He brains malfunctioning. Come inside the house and throw acid on my foot. And they're going through my apartment and stealing things. All they are trying to tell him. Somebody brains can't function like that. Your brains make to function without drugs. And the other person main their brains make the function without drugs. They're supposed to respond. You gotta put narcotics on them and chemical on them to get to do things in the apartment and to them. They should be able, you're supposed to be able to go up to them and talk to them. Meet them and talk to them. You want them to do things with you or you want to do things with them. This is what he doing all the time. He coming and assaulting me and running in and out my apartment and think that the brains can me going and call this drug dealer, this gang member and tell them your brains has a problem. It is malfunctioning. People brains don't function like that. You come and you burn me with acid. You take acid and throw my leg with something and walk out and gone back into B or gone in front of the man building, selling drugs in front of the man building. Why you running behind me and my family them? I don't know. Your brain scatter all about Ray. You have scatter brains. You go walk up in it just and throw thing on me. You got to be a reason somebody had to be friends with you and did something to you or something. You just walk up just so all the time and start robbing we and start raping and all kind of thing, calling people prostitute that didn't offer you sex or nothing for money. Look at you, a garbage. Your brain scatter all over the place. You come in me house this morning and come me eyes shut and throwing acid on me. What kind of way of communicating with somebody? You throwing acid on me and then walking out with people that you want money. You want money. People that be just living next to you and you could want money like that. Climb inside the house and throw acid on them. You brain scat and then you going to tell these men all kind of shit. Don't get nobody that talking nothing around me when you see I outside. I don't want to hear because those things is people with mental illness. You can't go in somebody else's house. I told you that a million times to take something away from them. You have to be sick to do something like that. And then you burning me with acid. We you burning me with acid, I get your father inheritance. I inherit your father inheritance, and you didn't get it. A sick man. The sooner the police they get you off the street, the better. You better take them people, them drug seller, where you get in front of the man building, and take them and carry them to your grandmother, your grandfather house in Tobago or Brooklyn. You think the man property is yours. You're selling drugs in front of the building, telling men all kind of shit. But think you not supposed to come in me house? Cause I don't make contact with you where you come now to throw the acid that was by your mother or one of the gang members' house. Don't put no acid on me. I'm telling you, I gonna reach you outside and I gonna lash you with my pipe. I gonna lash you. I gonna lash you and broke your car window screen. I tell you, stop attacking me in my house when I sit down and sleeping and you're running out. You have mental illness. People do not communicate like that with people. You seeing somebody outside all the time. You're seeing them even before you start doing it. You're seeing the family, and then you're just breaking in the house to steal and all of that. And then you're talking a lot of trash around the place with sick people like yourself. You could do things like that and it's right. You mad as hell and you're talking things like that. Crazy. Who could live like that with neighbors and people breaking in the house and putting poison on them and throwing acid and all of that, assaulting them while they're sleeping and running out and hide and then come back and do it again? What you doing inside my place? What you doing inside my place? I'm not a friend of yours. In order to be in somebody's place, they have to invite you. You have a mental illness all the time. You telling them you're coming in here. You have a mental illness. You do not come in somebody's place like that. And then they assaulting them to do it. What's wrong with you? You get all those trashy men and trashy women like yourself talking trash. Only when somebody brains reversing, then that does things like that. You have no brains. You don't go inside somebody else that's sleeping, that they're right in the building with you. You want something, you know, say you can't get it. You cannot get it. You're going to go inside the house to drug them and then say that this and that. You're sick. You're having a mental problem. And how long they don't get you for 173 Lennox Road, you're going to keep doing it until you murder or you get murder. How long you don't get more than come out the building, you ain't gonna stop it because you has mental illness. You that discussing things like that. Talking things like that on the outside. Things like that, sick things like that. A bunch of people in front of the building is selling drugs, and then coming and tell him house to assault me, and then he talking stupidness. That is not a usual thing what people does. People don't go in people house and assault them with narcotics. Is somebody with a damaged brains would do that. A damaged brain scatter brains, and then he talking shit. He there in front of the man building again, selling drugs again, taking it for granted.